Should the NFL ban the tush push? Now, I made a little video yesterday. Everyone's pissed off at me. Diana Rossini, all knower of football, all things knower of football. She has something to say about it. She has a vote in the MVP race as well. Because I remember watching her take a 3-step drop back in my day when I was growing up watching quarterbacks. And anyway, the brotherly tush push, whatever you call the play. Well, Diana, you should know what they call the play. The Packers have submitted a proposal to ban it. So I saw Chase Sr. came out. He covers the Eagles. And he's like, man, it's kind of, a leak came out that the Packers, a team who lost to the Eagles in the playoffs, turned them in. Well, listen, they've been turned in before.
It's kind of soft.
They've been turned in. This is not a turn-in. This is a proposal by other teams who have also said to ban this play. And the league overrode it. Remember, just a year or two ago, they tried to do this as well. Smitty, should they ban it? I guess let's dive right into it. Yes or no?
I want to see your video. Can I see your video? Because I didn't watch it. I saw you post it, but I don't watch your content online. Like I try to wait until the show gets here. So can I watch it real quick? Is that possible?
Oh, my video?
Your video that's going viral. I want to see it. The chat want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
What up, man? Listen, man, the real Coach JB here. The tush push ban is back in effect. The Green Bay Packers apparently got leaked that they are some snitch-ass, bitch-ass motherfuckers. Happened to lose to the Eagles in the playoffs this year. They have put out a memo saying that this tush push should be banned. Listen, I've been against it from gate. I believe it is unfair practice. The reason why is this. The defense has a disadvantage. I can put 500, 600, 700 pounds behind the quarterback in a running start, push them, and the defense can't jump over the center, or it's an automatic touchdown if you're in the goal line area, as you've seen this past year against the Washington Commanders in the NFC divisional round. This is the issue I have. If it's unfair to the defense, and I'm an offensive guy, and they can't combat it with some sort of leverage, then it's a bitch-ass fucking rule. And it should be banned, in my opinion.
All right, so I got my boys that are Eagle fans, my boy Dave, and everybody's like, man, well, why don't nobody else run it? Well, here, contrary to belief, the Bills do run it, and their success rate is actually the same. If you look at it, I had to look it up yesterday after I had all this fucking online banter. The Bills do it, and when they do it, they don't do it as much. But when they do it, their percentage actually is the same. So their success rate is exactly the same. Here's what I have to say, Smitty, before you dive into this. Number one, if every team in football wanted to practice and do it, they could do it. It's not a play that this is a play that we can actually take and run by every single team in America if they wanted to do it. Here's the reason why. Smitty, you and I know that NFL and football coaches are the most egotistical creatures on planet Earth. Coaches are. We're egotistical. Players are right there with us. Coaches are a little more. Players are right there. What happens, Smitty, when you design a play and then I immediately steal it and I start running it?
They're going to start saying, oh, you took that from so-and-so, this, that, yeah.
And people really think why wouldn't you do it? And I said, have you ever played or coached? No. It's on Instagram. That's why. Just shut the fuck up. I wouldn't steal it if that play. So remember, let's dive into this, Smitty, and break this play down. Please explain, Smitty, to the people out there as a D tackle trying to stop this. Please let everybody know this is not a quarterback sneak. Everybody out there on social media keeps coming at me like, quarterback sneaks have been around for 100 years. This ain't quarterback sneak. Stop saying this is quarterback sneak. This is rugby football. If you go watch a rugby football play, go watch rugby in fucking, Australia or Fiji or Hawaii. This is a rugby football play. And all it is old wing T wedge where fucking three guys get in the backfield and push the QB. This is not a quarterback sneak. And I want to be clear. Coaches are going to be like, fuck that play. We're not going to do that shit every single time. Well, the Bills took it, and they run it here and there. I think they're like 90% success rate, and I think a couple other teams have done it or whatever. But the Eagles, literally, this is their baby. This is like me creating, inside zone off a pull bubble attachment, off triple option. And then Smitty comes and sees it, and it's like, all right, I like that play. I'm going to run it maybe in the red zone one time. That's what the Bills did, right? They took it, and they'll do it here and there. Most teams won't do it. Here's the Eagle fans is what blow my mind. Like, you guys that are fanboys out here have no gray area thinking. Like, you can't think as a whole and be honest with yourselves. Like, that's what's crazy to me. Like, be honest. Don't say that no one else can do it because it's your team doing it. If it was any other team doing it, you would be bitching and crying too. Stop, Eagle fans. If this was the fucking Rams doing it every single play and they do it against you, you'd be crying and complaining, just like the rest of the league is crying and complaining about this play. I'm telling you, as an offensive guy, the play needs to be banned because of the clear disadvantage, which is in the rule book. If you go look at what a foul is, okay, in the rule book, in the NFL rule book, it is a distinct advantage over your opponent. That is a foul. That is a penalty. That is like, okay, if I turn the receiver by the jersey, guess what it is? It's a PI. It's a flag. It's a distinct advantage over your opponent. Smitty, if this isn't the most distinct advantage over your opponent and it's being allowed in football history, I don't know what is. And I don't think it's a conspiracy like the Chiefs Queendom conspiracies of the referees and all that shit. The Eagles beat the Chiefs fair and square up and down the field. This play didn't win that game. Okay, let's be clear. But what it is this play right here, Smitty, in crucial situations, third short, fourth short, it's a 90-whatever% conversion rate because of how the rule is allowed and devised. This is a sumo, inch to inch, dick to dick, hip to hip, punt block, punt return, punt formation. Is it not, Smitty?
No, it basically is the way you line up.
I get 600 pounds of me before the ball rolling at the snap, Smitty, rolling 600 pounds against a stale defensive line wall, who now has to take a O-line that knows the snap count and sumo my knees at the snap, which, by the way, can be manipulated, right? The O-line, the offense knows the snap count. I can go on first down. I can go on one. I can go on two. Get up to the line, hut, and snap that bitch. And you're not even set. I get up to the line, hut, set, hut. And now you fucking jump off sides like Luvo did, and jumped over 5 times. I can get up there and hut, set. I can get up there and change my count. So if you're going to keep the play, then mandate it on first down then, NFL. Make them snap the ball on first down or it's a penalty. I don't know.
Listen, I'm a D tackle, I'm a D lineman, so like, obviously I'm not a big fan of the play, but to ban it, just, I don't know, man. Like, to me, the Eagles found a loophole in the rules and found a creative way to run a different variation of a QB sneak that has worked to almost 100% ratio in short yardage situation. My thing is this: why are we penalizing them for finding a loophole? Like, it's not like they.
It's not a loophole, Smitty. I don't see the loophole. I think it's illegal. It's in the playbook. It's in the rule book as illegal play.
But it's not illegal. They've been doing it for 2 years now. So like,
I get it. What I'm saying is
that they've tried to ban it last year.
Let me ask you a question.
So it is.
Let me ask you a question.
And there are other teams that have tried. I've seen other teams try to do it and not do it this good. I'm gonna be real with you too. Like,
no,
the Bills do
I understand.
a good job of it, but
because they don't. Like I said, it's an Eagle thing. They're not going to practice it like the Eagles do. They're not going to take it as their number one bread and butter short yardage play. Most teams aren't going to do it. So the Eagles do it. That's their bread and butter. A lot of teams ain't going to copy it and do it 1,000 times a day like they do. It's what it is. They become great at it over time. Here, let me ask you something. If I'm running an open field and you grab me as a defensive tackler, my offensive player comes along and pushes me in the back and drives and takes me 15 yards, is that a penalty or not?
If I'm tackling you, and
you're tackling me. I'm running. You got me tackled. You got me right.
You up and the O-line or somebody come behind it.
My receiver comes and pushes me with you tackling me all the way to the end zone. Is it illegal or not?
No, that's not illegal, JB.
Yes, it is illegal.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is illegal. It's a 15-yard penalty. Go Google it right now. It's aiding and abetting the ball carrier. So how is it aiding and abetting the ball carrier not when I push 600 pounds this fucking quarterback? Like, that's what I don't get, homie.
Are you sure?
Like,
I remember in college when I scooped up, it was a QB sack, strip sack. I picked up the ball. O-lineman was wrapping me up. He couldn't get me down. My whole team I wish I had to play. My whole team got behind me and was pushing me for 15 yards before I fell down. No penalty, nothing.
They blow the whistle, Smitty. They have to blow the whistle at some point, and then they bring the ball back to the original spot.
We got some bad refs. I swear to God. All right, I don't know. Okay.
Smitty, you can't. I'm just telling you, listen, I don't give a fuck about it. I swear to God, I don't really care about the rule. Here's the issue, though. I'm an offensive guy, and I'm the offensive guy.
Right, and I'm a defensive guy.
The game should be fairly played. This is already a hard enough game. So if the defense cannot do anything against this to combat it, then it's a clear and distinct advantage. It is an unfair practice advantage, homie. If Smitty cannot leap over the pile, and let me ask you, if I can't do it on PAT, I can't do it on field goal, I can't leap over you on punt, but you can do what? Fake punt. You can fake it and run through the middle. You can run it around the corner. You can do it out there. You can change the snap count. You can tush push me and wedge block me, sumo block me at the line of scrimmage, hip-to-hip alignment, and you can push me with 600 pounds of linemen and weight behind you. Can I get behind Chris Jones, who almost had his neck broken, by the way, on this play? Can I get behind him in a line of 6 guys and push him to blow up the center? I'm asking. No, they won't allow it. They don't allow it. So why not? What's the difference? I mean, why can't I put 3 guys behind Chris Jones and push Chris Jones against those 6 guys?
It wouldn't work, but I understand what you're saying.
But I'm saying it's a clear cut advantage. I mean,
yeah.
Like this is stupid. Like at some point I have to fucking can I stand on Chris Jones' back? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like this is stupid, homie. Like I know what I'm saying is funny, but I'm being honest. There's no difference. If I stand on Chris Jones's back as a linebacker and jump over the fucking pile at the snap. What is the difference? Now we're talking. You want to make this dumbass have this clear, distinct advantage? Then let me do some shit. I want to do some shit. Like I don't understand. Okay, let me just say this without talking any more about it. What can the defense do that's similar to this offensive formation to have an advantage? That's my question to you, Smitty. I want to know what the defense can do.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I can think of is to somehow try to push the defensive tackle into it, but I still don't think that would work though, honestly, just because of the level.
But we got to be able to jump over the pile, homie. You got to be able to jump over the pile. So Troy Polamalu,
you can jump. You can't jump over the pile. Loophole just kept going off sides.
So they give you a touchdown automatically?
Now that was shit we both just learned. If you keep going off sides that close,
again,
you give it to. I didn't know that at all.
We're gonna favor the offense on a rule that favors the offense, and then award the offense a touchdown for the defense trying to stop the play. Now make it make sense.
Now, I did not know that call. We were together. We were, I think, or we were talked about on the show or something. I didn't know that was a real call. I never heard that in my life.
That's my point, though. Like, I'm an offensive guy, but then people will come out and say, "Oh, no, you're an Eagles fan. Shut the fuck up." That's what you are on social media. You have no fucking real insight. You have no depth to the conversation. You add nothing to the conversation. You're just a fan that sees your team having success, and that is the way you lean, according to whoever it was in the chat to start the show when he said, well, you're part of the divide. No, I'm giving you two sides of this thing. I'm a coach. So if I'm a coach, I'm a gray area guy. I'm going to try to stop that fucking play. If I'm an offensive guy that have found the loophole, then I'm going to continue to run it until they stop it. Period. No question. But I know that this play will cease and desist when Jalen Hurts gets his fucking neck snapped back and somebody blows up the center finally and snaps the running back or the quarterback's leg and femur in half, or the D tackle gets his neck broke like Chris Jones almost got hurt in that game when this play occurred. But here's the cold, ironic part of this. That's all I want to get to is this. Player safety, Smitty, Roger Goodell, number one push. Player safety. That's what we're about. Player safety. Let's ban the hip tackle,
hip drop
targeting rules, hip drop tackle, targeting rules. Horse collar. Put helmet condoms. Put helmet condoms on.
Low, high.
Yeah, can't hit them low and high. But this is not any health issue.
They don't care about the lineman, homie. They never did, homie. They care about
this ain't a lineman issue, homie. This ain't a lineman issue. Just tell you right now, this ain't a lineman issue. This is going to hurt or cripple a quarterback or one of those guys that are pushing the guy. Because I'm just telling you, when you fucking fall pushing that guy, you drop to a knee and you get rolled back and you snap your motherfucking femur or something happens with your neck or cervical vertebrae, I'm just telling you, Smitty, I knock on wood that it don't happen, but that is what's going to take to these dumb fucks to realize that this play is probably the most unsafe football play in football. And it's just so far, it's played in a cloud of dust, Smitty, as you and I know what that means.
Yeah.
And so you just see a ball of shit, and now Roger Goodell and these fucking idiots don't see a guy running 20 yards at 20 miles an hour and having a collision. If they saw that, that's unhealthy, unsafe. We got to change that rule. He dropped the hip at 20 miles an hour, 20 yards away. We got to change that rule. Man, there ain't no fucking difference in that rule and this rule. You're just seeing it in a cloud of dust. And you're going to see a motherfucker roll his shit or get his shit snapped, and we're going to stop the play, and then we'll make up some rule. This is a rugby football play. This is wedge busting. This is old school wedge busting. If we change the kickoff rule, Smitty, then goddamn best believe we fucking should change this rule. Like, come on, homie.
You're making a good point. You're making a good point for sure. I'm not even sitting here trying to disagree with you. I think it's the pride in me, maybe talking as a defensive player, like going back to my athlete, like just my brain. Calling for an offense to ban a play just sound like some soft shit. It doesn't sound soft. I couldn't picture myself. They need to ban that play. Like the competitor in me would never say that. The competitor in me would say, "Hey, we know what they're gonna do on fucking 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. Don't let them get there." Like that's my mindset. Like instead of being victim blaming and finding excuses, it's like, nah, find a solution. I'm a solution-based person. If I'm on the defense, we cannot let them get in short yard situations. Otherwise, we know they're gonna do this. But again, taking myself out of that zone, which is hard to do, I understand what you're saying. What you're saying is probably right. It is an unfair advantage. There's really no way to actually stop it. Has it been stopped a handful of times? Sure, but it's very, 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 very rare. It's almost a guarantee. If it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, they're going to run it. They're going to get it. So I mean, listen, I don't. To your earlier point, I don't care that much either. If they keep it, so be it. If they ban it, so be it. It's not going to make or break me. But you're probably right in saying that we should probably ban it because of the unfair advantage. I'll give you that. So.
That's all the thing is about. Like, I don't care about any of that other shit. And it's always crazy. It's always the fan base that benefits from it that's happy or successful. Like, the other fan base is pissed off and wants it canceled. I have no dog in the fight. I could give a fuck less about your tush push, you fucking weirdo fucking egosexual fucks.
How do you feel about the Packers? Before we move on, how do you feel about the Packers, I guess? Because in your video, you kind of jokingly called them like snitches. Do you feel like that for real, or you just kind of playing?
Nah, because they already were turned in. They were already turned in before. I mean, not turned in. I don't want to say turned in. It's not a fucking illegal a rule that's happening we don't know about. Other teams did this 2 years ago. I forgot who the teams were, but it was somebody else that did it. But see, back in the day, Smitty, when we were younger, right? Rugby plays were banned and illegal when brought up, like wedge busting, wedge breaking, special teams. Tell me what this looks like right here. Boom, right? There you go.
Yeah.
Now compare that to this. Am I missing? Am I tripping?
Similar. The rugby guys are higher, but
well, I mean, what the fuck's the difference? Like, what the fuck's the difference? I'm just saying, what the fuck's the difference? Please tell me, fucking chat gurus, what the fuck is the difference? Like, is this not a rugby play? Rugby was banned in football, in the NFL, in American football, years ago. Rugby-style plays is what they called them. Then the kickoff return was supposed to be too dangerous, taking the wedge breaker out, change it. I mean, look at our kickoff now, homie. Come on.
We had wedges for a while, though.
I'm just saying. Look at our kickoff rule now, though.
We had I was part of the way. I have to go back here.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look at the kickoff now, though.
Yeah. They changed it now.
So what have they done then?
Softer.
They changed it, right? They changed the rule.
They changed it.
So you're telling me that this is some crazy ask? This is a crazy ask to take away an unsafe rule?
I think where I'm at, baby, is this. I hear what you're saying, but we're on the same side of the NFL. We feel like has gotten too soft when it comes to the rule. At some point, I want them to just stop it. Stop changing shit at some point. And to me, doing this is just enough. Is giving them more ammo to go back in, go find something else. Next year it's gonna be you can't tackle somebody by the ankles, and then they're gonna find a different way where you can't hit them in their stomach because they're gonna get the stomach flu. And it just at some point we gotta draw a line. But all right, we may not agree, but let's play ball. So I think that's where I'm at. I just don't like the league keep going in and changing stuff every single offseason. They're changing the kickoff. They're talking about changing the kickoff, I think, again, to like moving the touchback up to like the 35-yard line or something.
But you're getting mad at me for saying to change this rule. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying, but they're getting mad at me for saying to get rid of this rule, but you're changing kickoff rule every fucking year because it's fucked up. You know it's stupid. Right. Just go back to fucking kickoff and just say, chalk it off as a loss. Right. Just say, we fucked this up. We're going back to regular kickoff, homie. Like, can we stop? It's stupid. This is a rugby play. It's a wedge play. This is just old school fucking wing tee wedge. And that's what the play is, homie. Let's just be honest. And I'm getting aided and abetted, which I cannot do in the open field, but I can do up close. That is a clear, distinct advantage over my opponent, which by the bylaws of the NFL rules state is a penalty. So why is it not taken out? That's all I got to ask you, dog. That's the only question I have. That's what I'm asking everybody out there. All I want to say, I don't give a fuck about your Eagles. I think you're the weirdest fucking shitbird fan base in the fucking football. And I see one of you motherfuckers in public and you say something stupid, I'm going to slap the fuck out of you. So that's number one. Number two, the Chiefs Queendom is right behind you as another weird fucking fucked up ass fan base. You two are you should play every year in the Super Bowl. They should just mandate it. You two fucking weirdo fucks just play every year because you're the two worst fan bases in American sports history. Like the Eagles fucking won and almost burned down the fucking whole town.
That was lit.
Like I'm saying, LA has some fucked up shit. We do some fucked up shit, but goddamn, you motherfuckers are out. You got everything in one right now in a smaller ass area, way smaller than LA area.
LA spread out,
but small, like right here. You fucking weirdo fuck you Eagle fans, you fucking weirdos.